Should you upgrade to iPhone 17 Pro? In my opinion, there's only one reason you should. But I do realize there are a combination of features that might be important to you. For example, you might care about the cameras and the chip performance, or perhaps a fresh design, new colors, and the materials does it for you. Or for many of us, it might be the display size and the battery life. So in order to determine whether 17 Pro is worth it for you or not, let's walk through the 6 new features, starting with the least important and working our way up to the most important. New feature number 1 is the colors. There are 3 new colors, and surprisingly, none of them are black, and I'm heartbroken. I really think Apple's trying to give users another reason to buy iPhone Air, but for the rest of us Pro users, it's a sad day. I ended up picking silver, which is the best color out of the 3, and you can't convince me otherwise. I am kind of bummed there wasn't another monochrome color to pick from, but if you're buying a $1,000 phone just for the colors, you might be a little crazy. Obviously not a good reason to upgrade. New feature number 2 is the display. From what I can tell, the new display is the exact same as last year's, other than it has slightly better anti-reflection. It's the same size, the same bezel thickness. If you have a 15 Pro or older, you'll start to appreciate how thin the bezels are. And if you have a 14 Pro or older, you'll start to notice how big the screen is and how significantly brighter it is as well. Like 1000 nits at peak brightness brighter. So it goes without saying, but the older your phone, the more impressive the new one will be. But this is not the only reason you should upgrade for. New feature number 3 is design and materials. We now have a new aluminum unibody, which should theoretically help with the new thermal performance of the phone. So this will help when filming for long periods of time, or when you're playing mobile games, or just the overall battery life throughout the day. Also, aluminum is very lightweight, so it helps minimize the overall weight of the phone, because spoiler, this phone is heavier than last year's, although they feel roughly the same. Also, in my experience, the aluminum is much better at handling fingerprints as opposed to the titanium or stainless steel models, so that won't really matter if you use a case, but for caseless users, that could be a great upgrade. I should also mention the fact that the front and back glass is ceramic shield too, which will be much better at scratch and crack resistance. So again, if you don't use a case or a screen protector, this could be a god tier upgrade. And because of the new colors, materials, and larger camera bump, people are definitely going to know you have the new iPhone. Please don't upgrade just to flex though. If you're planning on buying the iPhone 17 Pro, then Moft has some new accessories you might be interested in. They just released Snap Studio, which comes with the snap case, tripod wallet stand, field wallet, watch band, and their carry strap. I've personally been using the snap case and the tripod wallet stand for quite a while now. The case is made out of a vegan leather and feels amazing in the hand. And they've upgraded from a cutout to a capacitive button for camera control. It's much easier to use and more secure when attaching to a full-size tripod. Or just slap on the tripod wallet stand and create content on the go. The accessory I'm most curious about is the field wallet. If you remember when Steve Jobs launched the original iPhone, he famously said they were releasing an iPod, a phone, and an internet device all in one. Imagine your wallet could hold 8 cards, cash, coins, a SIM card tool, a phone stand, and a phone grip all in one, while still being compact and comfortable like real leather. If you're rocking a bulky leather wallet, this will be way more minimal, and if you love minimalist wallets, this could be a great alternative when traveling. If you want to pick up any Moft accessories, then click the link below the like button and use code ONSCREEN for 10% off your order. The battery life has taken a huge leap. We now have up to 33 hours of video playback compared to 27 and 23 hours respectively. Personally, that makes a huge difference for me when I'm traveling because I end up using my phone a lot more on those days than just a typical day. A huge reason this is possible is because of the new vapor chamber, which helps distribute heat throughout the aluminum unibody. These two changes, along with a more efficient chip and a bigger battery, makes this for a very meaningful upgrade. Do you really need 33 straight hours of watching Netflix? I don't know, maybe you do. Either way though, it's a good reason to upgrade, but it's not the one reason I think you should. Speaking of chips, the iPhone 17 Pro comes with Apple's new A19 Pro Chip with neural accelerators. It's supposed to have a 20% faster CPU and a 50% faster GPU when compared to iPhone 15 Pro. It's also supposed to be better with local AI models, which will get increasingly more and more important. In my experience, when gaming or filming, it's been very smooth. It is hard to know how much of a difference these chips make though, because most of the time I'm not maximizing its potential. One can only open and doom scroll on Instagram so fast, just saying. Now moving into the cameras, we have an 18 megapixel front camera with a square sensor. It makes me actually want to start using the front camera again for selfies. The square sensor also allows you to reframe your shot vertically or horizontally without having to rotate your phone. And it's more stabilized. With that said though, every new 17 series phone got this camera, so what makes the Pro so special? It's the rear camera array. Main camera, 48 megapixels. megapixels. The ultra wide camera, 48 megapixels. And the telephoto, 48 megapixels. And they're all fusion cameras as well. I know Apple markets this as 8 cameras in your pocket, but unless I'm missing something, I only count 3, unless you include the front camera, I guess. Now you can get decent results with the 2x and the 8x crop, but you're gonna get true optical quality with the 0.5 13mm ultra wide, the 1x 24mm main, and the 4x 100mm telephoto lens. Now just imagine for a second, you and I went camera shopping and you told me, Austin, I want a camera that's compact and lightweight. I want it to film in 4K open gate, ProRes RAW HQ, 120 frames per second with log. It has image stabilization, a 6.5-inch reference monitor that goes up to 3000 nits brightness, and just throw in Dolby Vision while we're at it. That's what iPhone 17 Pro is, and it fits in your pocket. I'll be honest, I wanted to use my iPhone to film content for a very long time now, and I've tried in the past, but I've never been truly impressed until this phone. Sure, you can get decent results with older iPhones, but it took a lot of tweaking and like perfect scenarios. Now I feel like I can use this phone for pickup or insert shots and no one would know any different. You could genuinely film an entire commercial or a short film with this phone just for fun and get some great results. So yes, ProRes RAW, OpenGate, and Apple Log 2 are a game changer. I'm planning on making a full breakdown walking you through the settings, the gear, and the LUTs I use to get footage like this. So get subscribed so you don't miss that. Okay, so the new cameras, in my opinion, are the one reason you should upgrade. But not all of us are professional photographers or videographers, so why should you get the Pro? My phone is with me 99% of the time, while I have an actual camera only about 30% of the time. I want whatever I have with me to be as good as humanly possible, because I don't want to miss those grocery store parking lot views, moments of my daughter growing up, or behind the scenes on a commercial production. And if you're a content creator that wants to film videos with your phone, this will absolutely crush it. Do I personally regret upgrading? Absolutely not. It is a gut punch to spend $1,000 every year on a new phone, but this year feels a lot better than it did last year. I'm stoked to see what I'm going to be able to create with this phone. The overall performance is great, the battery life, and the new design is cool too. One thing I do every year, whether I'm upgrading my phone or not, is refresh my wallpaper, and I'll go through all my apps and widgets and make sure everything is dialed to be as productive as possible. So I partnered with Owen Jenkins Design to create a new wallpaper pack called Color Fusion. It has 18 new designs to pick from. I personally love this dark wavy pattern, and I think it looks awesome with iOS 26. So if you're looking for a new wallpaper, I'll leave a link in the description. And as always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.